All right, financial forecasters. Today we're talking about a high yielding dividend stock. You may say, I've always said stay away from a high yielding dividend stock, but you know what? Sometimes there's an exception, and in my portfolio, there is exactly one exception to a high yielding dividend stock. And what is it? Well, we'll go into it. But first, let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the Financial Forecaster. Hit that like and subscribe, and thank you for joining us. Let's go for one of the best high yielding dividend, at least in my portfolio, and maybe in your portfolio. So let's go. Financial Forecaster, here we go. Wow. All right, so I'm not going to talk about a stock that I think you should be putting in that has a high yield if I have not had my skin in the game and currently still have my entire position, if not added into it because of the drip. So today we are talking about Chemtrade. Chemtrade is a chemicals company in Canada under the ticker CHEM. And you know what? I have had this portfolio since before the dividend cut. I got suckered in by the high yield. I didn't know what I was doing yet. I was still on my journey. I'm still on my journey. I'm still learning. But you always want to see, if you see anything above a 7% dividend, you want to be very careful what you're doing. You want to be very careful what your capital you're putting in. You want to be very careful about payout ratio, about free cash flow of that company, and how they're going to weather that high dividend. Because you know what? I put in money into this company and I got burned so hard because they not only cut their dividend 50%, but when they did, bang, the company lost a ton of money for the per share price, and it sucked. But since then, it leveled out. I bought at the lows. I bought near the 450 mark during the whole March low situation last year. And ever since, my monthly dividend, because it is a monthly pair, and that's what I want to tell you guys, it is a monthly pair. And I've had it I did not sell out because, you know what, as much as it sucked to have that dividend cut, management is holding on. It's still above an 8% yield at these prices. It's dripping 2 to 3 shares a month and adding to that dividend. Now, what's Chemtrade? They treat water, so it's kind of like an HEO play. I really like that, but it's a huge dividend. They make the chemicals that treat the oils and the oil sands. So if oil recovers, it's going to do great there. They make high test acid. Like, it is a chemicals company. It's very hard to understand. It's a commodities. It's got a bunch of things going on under the hood. I barely understand it myself. I read the reports. I even go and look at the chemicals they make, the spot prices. I don't understand what I'm looking for, but I think it's important to at least try to go out there, and if you're in some like crazy inane small stock that you're looking for the money or this yield, that you at least are trying to understand the business model. Now, again, this was a mistake that I made very early on in my career, and I just decided to hold on to these shares, and I am happy that I did because it is just slowly grown, paid out that dividend monthly, and May 10th, I believe, their next quarterly is coming out, and I will make my decision right there and then when I read through it and do a little more research if I'm going to put more money into this, because that yield has been dripping monthly north of 8%, like clockwork, for like a year and a half now. And guys, it is the share price is recovering and recovering and recovering, and you know what? It's showing a very stable growth. It's showing a very stable dividend, and I'm kind of excited. I'm not telling you to put this in your portfolio. I am telling you that this is in my portfolio, and I have done my research, and I'm still looking into it, and I still might pull out. It depends on this quarterly. But I'm hoping I don't have to. I'm hoping I can increase my position, because they're saying by the third quarter, this is what they said last quarterly, that the third quarter is when they should start seeing a recovery in this. And you know what? I will see it in this quarter, and I will make my judgment call, but Chemtrade Logistics is a play that you don't see covered on YouTube very often. It's a yield play it seems like it's dangerous. The payout ratio seems dangerous. But the way they're handling the company, the way they're paying down debt aggressively, the way that they have managed their business through this whole health issue that the world has been going through, and the way that they could come back if there's a commodity swing in their favor with oil and with water treatment. Their water treatment has been killing it. It's held them through these low oil prices. And if that continues to hold them through to when oil recovers fully, I think we're in the business. I think this is a winner of a yield stock, especially if you're looking to stack those dividends and you're looking to stack that drip. Chemtrade Logistics, it trades at like $7.30 right now. I bought it beginning at 12. That was like 2 years ago. It's been dripping 2 to 3 shares for 2 years. I bought more at 450, and it's just averaged itself down over that time to where I am on both my positions, both in my RBC TFSA and both in my Wealthsimple TFSA. My Wealthsimple TFSA is up over 56%. I'll put it on the screen. And my RBC, it is just at parity, and it has been dripping that capital back into the stock. So Chemtrade Logistics, they're a chemical company, high yield. Do your own research. If you're looking for this stock, it's barely anywhere on YouTube. No one really gets excited about it, but this is a crazy yield. They paid out monthly for a year and a half, a huge dividend, and let's see what this quarterly report goes. I will, as soon as the quarterly report, I want to talk about it again. I wasn't too sure on the stock, but hey, slow and steady wins this race in time and dividend investing, and this is the slowest and steadiest I've seen a dividend of this yield in a long time. So, financial forecaster guys, please hit that like and subscribe. Love the channel. We're almost at 600 subs. Let's go, guys. Have a great day getting rich together.